Well, that's just annoyed me. Camera cut off. This laptop is doing my head in. Big time. Right, so this is going to be part 2 because for some reason I can't seem to join videos together in every program I've got. Who cares? Alright, let's just get on to this. This is going to be part 2. I've still got a few more to go through anyway, so why not? Right, so we were on the debut album, 1973. Debut album by Queen. My ranking of Queen. Maybe I can put it together through YouTube. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so as I was saying, Bon Times Rock and Roll. Okay, now I'm going to try and glue this together. I will find a way to glue this together. Go annoy me if I don't. Bon Times Rock and Roll, Roger on vocals, but this is introduction to Roger on vocals, and it's great. It is great. It's fast paced. It's a great song. That's followed by Son and Daughter, and not really a fan of it. In all honesty. And then that's followed by Jesus. Again, I'm not so much of a fan of that, but it does kind of stick in your head. It's like that, all going down, all that sort of stuff. And then a nice taster of what's to come with 7 Seas of Rye. 1 minute 15 seconds, according to this, but I'm sure it was 1 minute 10. Who cares? It's a nice taster of 7 Seas of Rye. And it's strange listening to it without the vocals. It's got a nice kind of gallop going on. But yeah, that's whatever number that is. Yeah, debut album by Queen. Brilliant. Right, next up we have The Works. The weird thing about this album is before I got any of the actual albums, I had Greatest Hits 2. And in that one, in the book for that, it had the single cover. How? Getting notifications down. It had the single covers for each of the songs, and then a little bit of a description about it, when it was released, what album it was released, highest chart position, so on and so forth. To me, it seemed like the majority of that album came off the Works album. It just maybe it was the way it was laid out. This song was off the Works. This song was off the Works. This song was off the Works. There's only 4. There's 4 songs off the Works album, right? On that, but it seemed like practically every song on that album was off the Works in my mind. And I thought this album is going to be brilliant. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be big and long, and it's full of great songs. So when I got the chance to get it, I picked it up, saw Queen, The Works. Bang! I don't think I'd ever seen the cover, and the cover kind of amazed me, weirdly. I don't know, it's like, this is the Works album, because in my mind, The Works, to me, before I'd seen the cover, it was a load of cogs. I was young, and obviously it didn't have the album covers in there. But yeah, I got it and found out there's only 9 tracks on it. So I was a bit disappointed. When I looked at it later on, I looked at the book and realised that there was only 4 songs. Obviously comparing it with the, that you see the way that it is on the background. Yeah, that's kind of how I thought the front cover would have looked. But you got Radio Gaga, which everybody knows, great single, weird video. I know it was done for Metropolis and whatnot, but not so much a fan of the video. I thought it was cool when I was a kid, but yeah, they're followed by Tear It Up. Wow, just the guitar riff, the power in the vocals. It's fresh. It almost sounds live on here. Yeah, great song. It's a Hard Life. It's a bit hard to get into, to be honest. Just not too much of a fan of it. Yeah, not too much of a fan of It's a Hard Life. Man on the Prowl. I kind of like that one. It's upbeat, really upbeat. and it kind of gave me a phrase. I had a friend who he was a big Maiden fan, and he loved the song Prowler. He adopted the name Prowler. We used to go to gigs and whatnots, and we didn't care about picking up women, but we'd always say it. We're like, yeah, we're going on the prowl. Yeah, we just wanted to listen to some great music, see some great bands, and drink a lot. But yeah, we were going on the prowl. We didn't give a shit. But yeah, so next up is probably my favourite song off the album, Machines, or Back to Humans. Right, the riff. I particularly love the riff, the main riff in that song. But there's something which I could never get my head around, nor my tongue around, and I'm not even going to try right now. Look up the lyrics to Machines, right? Maybe I just can't read it, but how the hell this lyric got put into a song and fit the song? It's self-perpetuated. I don't know. I can't read it. Right, it comes after the line, "Its sex life is quarantized." Okay, look up the lyrics. It's the last line in the second verse, or the last verse. Okay, but look up that. But the guitar riff is just that's the one for me. Right, and then I Want to Break Free. This is the original version. It opens up different. I think the solo section is different in the original. I can't quite remember, but this has the original version on it and not the single version, which everybody knows. Keep Passing the Open Windows. For me, it seems a bit monotonous. It just seems to go on and on. It's not even that long. It doesn't tell you how long it is, but obviously the album was 1984, by the way. The album came out in 84. Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of Keep Passing the Open Windows. I like it, but at the same time I don't, because it just goes on. It gets stuck in your head and it goes on and on and on. It's one of them ones which you can't get out. Considering it was part of their second EP. Weird. Next up is Hammer to Fall. You're gonna love Hammer to Fall. Just pure, solid rock song. And this is the original version, so it's got a longer solo. It's got the longer solo, right? The single versions have got the shortened down solo. So if you want to listen to the longer solo, check out the album. Definitely. And almost forgot about the last song, which I'm not a fan of. But in today's world, I understand, is this the world we created? And unfortunately, yes. Here we all are in lockdown. I suppose it's more relevant now than it ever has been. Possibly, I don't know, I can't remember. I've never known a situation where we've had to be locked in our houses. But yeah, there's the works. Alright, next up, The Miracle. And looking at this in reverse, this picture looks so much different. I was intrigued by the album cover. This one, one of the reasons why it's so high for me is it holds a special memory. Don't worry, it's not in the same vein as Poison, Open Up and Say Ah. This one, basically, I was young. The album had just been released, and either that or the single, I Want It All, had been released, and it was in a jukebox. I can't remember where we were, somewhere in England, and I put it on the jukebox. It was like 20p or something. I didn't know the song, I didn't know the band name, I just liked the title. Played it, and I think it was the single version, but I loved it. So that's why it holds memories for me. Right, so the album is pretty strong. It does have its weak points. You got Party, which I kind of like. It seems a little bit weird, but I do kind of like that one. Followed by Khashoggi Ship, which is where my name came from. I used to go into a Queen chat room. Again, this is a memories thing, holding a place for me. I used to go into a Queen chat room in the late 90s, early 2000s, and everyone would have. It was one of them sort of white box chat rooms, the very, very old one. Think about 99, 2000 chat rooms. Okay, didn't have none of this messenger stuff. Everyone had a nickname which was related to a queen. You know, it was queen related, some way, shape, or form. And I went. It used to go in as Khashoggi, and as I became a more regular person in there, people started to get to know me. They started shortening my name down to Khash, and hence Khash was born, and that's me. You know, I have become Khash because I was slightly different back then. I had a bit of a different attitude, and I think I'm a better person now. So I like Khash. So I prefer to be Khash. Anyway, so Khashoggi ship. The Miracle, great song. Just great song. What more can be said? Just look it up. You know, a lot of the great songs. Just look them up, and you'll understand why they're great. And that is followed by the original version of I Want It All, which has got the extended solo, the different intro, which I find has more power. The different intro, it seems to have a little bit more power than just them sort of shouting I Want It All. I don't know why. The Invisible Man, it's nice and cheesy, it's a bit catchy, it sticks in your head. Strange video. I used to be intrigued by Freddy's glasses in that video. Yeah, they kind of came back a few years ago, kind of, where just loads of slits in there. I don't know. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Right. And then one of my favourite songs on the album is Breakthrough. Not so much a fan of the intro, the operatic style intro, but when it kicks in, it's great. The solo is just brilliant. The video is brilliant. One weird thing about the video is, so one interesting thing about the video is that there are a couple of scenes where, particularly at the beginning, where the train, the Miracle Express, breaks through a wall. Okay, supposedly a wall which, you know, a blocked off bridge or whatever, a wall that says now on it. And when it breaks through, you can see it's made of styrofoam. So it really wasn't that great, but it's just a great song, great video, brilliant solo. I love it when it kicks in. Yeah, next up, bit of a cheesy song, Rain Must Fall. Bit cheesy. Don't know what to say about it. It's okay. And then it's followed by what I believe is the most underrated song on this album. One of their most underrated singles. Definitely Scandal. Great video, great content, great powerful vocals. Although Freddie looked really ill in the video. Obviously he was. But just a great song. Check that one out. And then a bit of a filler, My Baby Does Me. Not a fan of it. It's too mellow, too different. You know, it's pretty much the album has this classic rock feel, and then that song just takes it all away. But then it rejuvenates itself. It whatever the word would be with, oh, was it all worth it? I'm reading the wrong thing here. Was it all worth it? Right. The last song on the vinyl anyway. Starts off full mellow, but it kind of fits because when it kicks in, it really kicks in. The power behind it. There's this tinkly bit. I'm not too sure how to describe it, but if you've ever played the game Pandemonium on the PlayStation 1, you play the first level in that. It sounds like that. It's just a great song. On the CD, there is the extra bonus tracks, or extra tracks, as it's labelled. Hang On There, the B-side to I Want It All. Great song. Chinese Torture, instrumental. It kind of... It's good. It's good. I don't know what to say there. And then the Invisible Man 12-inch version, there isn't much of a difference there, but it's okay. It's The Invisible Man with an extended intro and extended outro. But yeah, The Miracle, my number 3 in popularity, or however you want to explain it. It's 3 from the top. My third favourite album. Next up is Kind of Magic, 1986. Oh, that was 89. Just to point that out. 86, Kind of Magic. Even though technically it's kind of a soundtrack, but half of it's a soundtrack to Highlander and Iron Eagle, which not a lot of people know, right? There was a movie called Iron Eagle, which was released in 85, I believe, and it had the song One Vision in it. So that is thrown on here. The B-side to that, Blurred Vision, which confused me, and I thought, wow, I've got to hear this Blurred Vision. It's just an instrumental of One Vision. And there was also a version called Fun Vision, which is like a demo, an outtake, which not on here, I've seen, but you can look it up online. Great song, great opening riff, the build-up, the sort of keyboard intro, and then the riff kicks in. It's most famous for ending with fried chicken, but it's a great song. And then everybody knows a Kind of Magic. I don't really need to go into Kind of Magic. It's nice bass line, nice catchy vocals, so on and so forth. 1 Year of Love, as I was saying, most of this is soundtrack, right? 1 Year of Love didn't appear in Highlander. It appeared in Highlander 2, which, if you've seen it, you've got to see the original version because it makes a bit more sense if you take away Highlander 1. Alright, I know it's been redone in various different styles over the years, but it just didn't work. Because the first Highlander movie had come out, Highlander 2 just didn't work at all. If it was in reverse, it might have worked, maybe, I don't know. But it is in Highlander 2. Not much to say. It's a love song. It's okay. It's alright. Pain is So Close to Pleasure is next, and it's got that high-pitched vocals, which I'm not a fan of. Just cheesy. No, not a fan of that. And then Friends Will Be Friends. Great song. Great sing-along song. In the video, they had the Queen fan club. They had members of the Queen fan club in the audience, and just great and fun. This was Queen pretty much at their peak of creativity before going into just a classic rock sound and writing good songs. And then Who Wants to Live Forever. That is a great song. If you hear it live, it seems to have a bit more power. It starts off all mellow. The solo is just so fitting, and then the powerful vocals kick in. And great song, which was used in Highlander. So was a Kind of Magic, but not too often. And then Give Me the Prize, which I believe was the Kurgan theme. I think it was Kurgan's. Yeah, Give Me the Prize was Kurgan's theme. I got a bit confused. That's one of the main songs that is... the majority of it seems to be used in the movie for Highlander. Just powerful, great riffs. Just a great rock song. And then Don't Lose Your Head. It's a bit more, I don't know, technical orientated, but it's still a good song. It was used in Highlander. It's used in the scene where the Kurgans got the woman, I can't remember her name, Brenda, and they're driving down some highway. Obviously the Kurgan's immortal, he can't die, and he's like, look, no hands, and she's screaming away, and then it kicks into New York, I think, or maybe it was the old woman, don't know, it was one of them, it was a car scene anyway, and then the main theme from Highlander, Prince of the Universe, just a great song, great song. The video, it wasn't released as a single, right? the video must have been, it wasn't released as a single in the UK until years later. Years, I think it was released as a single in 99, 2000. But the video was so hard to find. When I got the video for Greatest Hits 3 or Greatest Flicks 3, it was on there, and I was so excited to see this video. It's a great video, right? The thing that they could have done a bit more with, personally, is where they had Christopher Lambert's character, Connor McLeod. He's walking through the garage, or the parking garage, parking lot, whatever you want to call it, and he walks past a pillar and walks onto the set where Queen are doing the video, the music video. He pulls out his sword. Freddie holds up his half mic stand, and they clash. You know, classic Star Wars style. And then that's it. Lambert walks off. They could have done so much more with that, in my personal opinion. Yeah, but that was that, and it's a great song, great video. Like I said, solo, just amazing. And then on the CD version, you've got the extra magical ingredients, right? A kind of magic. It just seems to have an extended bass line, sort of extended intro. Friends will be friends. Again, an extended intro. And then Forever, which I think is an instrumental version of Who Wants to Live Forever. Nice bit of album filler, but they're nice. My number one album by Queen. If you know the Queen catalogue, you know what it is. Innuendo, 1991. Yeah, it was 91. For some reason, I keep thinking it's 1990. I don't know why. I think it was because Headlong. I think there was something about Headlong being released at the end of 1990. Yeah. Okay, the album art is a bit weird. It's good. It's good. One thing I did like, and maybe they could have done a bit more with that. You know, I like them. I like the drawings. It's a nice book. Yeah. This, you know, it's officially the last Queen album. Yeah. Officially, and what an album to go out on. It's just a classic. It's overlooked. A lot of people overlook this album, right? The title track, it's amazing. I love the way that you've got this sort of Spanish guitar so in the middle section. Not so much that, but it's when it kicks into electric. I like it like that. I like the electric version of the Spanish guitar, haunting vocals, just great. And then I'm Going Slightly Mad. Everyone knows that song. So catchy, so much fun. You know, it's Queen not taking themselves too seriously again, and showing their funnier side. You know, there is an outtake. At some point, they did have a penguin in the video, and the penguin is on this leather sofa. It releases its bowels, and everyone sort of jumps up. That wasn't in the video, but it's in one of the outtakes, and you hear Freddie saying, "Roger, what did you do?" But one of the things about this album is my son loved the video. Well, not so much the album, the song I'm Going Slightly Mad. My son loved the video, particularly the part. He always laughed at the part where you see the gorilla sort of dancing away and his head falls off, and he's just, damn. Yeah, he loved that. Next up, you can't go wrong with Headlong. Cannot go wrong with it. Such a great song. Just riffs, vocals, just everything. The video version has an extra chord, which makes it sound so different, right? And it's just a bridge kind of thing right after the first chorus. And it makes it sound so different, and it's one extra note. I think it's one. Or a couple of extra notes, but it's not much of a filler in the song, but it makes it sound so much more better in the video version. And it's just great. Doesn't matter whether it's got that extra little bit, but it's a great song. I Can't Live With You, I personally prefer the 97 retake for Queen Rocks. it has a lot more power in the 97 version, but the original version is great. It just doesn't seem as strong. And then Don't Try So Hard, I'm not a fan of at all. Not a fan of that one. It's just too mellow. It's got slightly high-pitched vocals, but it picks up with Ride the Wild Wind, which more, to me, it's got the drum gallop. It's got a good drum gallop going on. I like that. All God's People, it's very powerful. This is side 2 of the record, or the cassette. I can't remember looking at the track listing on the record because I had it on CD and cassette before I got the vinyl. Not too much of a fan of it, but it's a good song. These Are the Days of Our Lives, originally written by Roger Taylor. It is quoted as written by Queen, but I think it wasn't with the Coming Magic. It was in '89 with The Miracle, where they started crediting everything to the whole band. Great song. Everyone says it's the last song that they released before Freddie died, but that's not true because it was released in December, on the 9th of December 91, sorry, and Freddie passed away on the 24th of November. So it wasn't released before he died. The video obviously was, but it wasn't released. Again, it wasn't released, it was videoed. And it's most memorable. It tells such a great story, and then it does close out with Freddie saying, "I still love you." What a great way! It's a great way to say goodbye. The best goodbye in music history. Unfortunately, but it is still great. And then we've got Delilah, song written about Freddie's cats, or his favourite cat, sorry, because he had 9 cats and his favourite was Delilah. Not much to say, it's cheesy, just cheesy as hell. And then goes back into Queen classic rock style with the Hitman, heavy, amazing, just it's a great song. You just want to, I don't know, just fills you with so much adrenaline. And then one of the weakest songs on the album is Bijou, which comes up next. But there is a thing behind it. What they tried to do with Bijou was do the song kind of backwards, in a way. If you think of a structure of a song, it's verse, chorus, solo, chorus, verse, whatever. This one, it took, instead of having lyrics for the verse and the chorus, it just had the music. The guitars didn't even try and emulate vocals or any other thing like that. And then where the solo would be, it had the vocals. So it's a bit of a weird, bit of an experimentation, but hey, what can you do? Then the closing song, the greatest. I don't care, I love Lap of the Gods Revisited. I love so many songs, and I think some of the songs, greatest songs to close out an album. I'm trying to remember which ones close out the album best, but the greatest is The Show Must Go On. The power behind it, the haunting keyboards at the beginning, even the haunting vocals, it's just an amazing song, just brilliant. And if you haven't heard it, hear it, find it now. It is on YouTube. It was released as a single, so there's a video for it. Find it. It is a brilliant song. Anyway, that is my ranking of the Queen studio albums. Like I said, this could be a 2-part set, so this could be labeled as part 2, and then in the intro, obviously you've watched it, I'm not even saying it's part 2 really in what I'm doing, but if you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm doing. Stupid laptop. Anyway, if you like my ranking, please give it a like. Comment, Tell me what you do different, or if you'd keep it the same. I'd love to know if, particularly with Queen, I'd love to know if you'd rank them the same and what order you would rank the Queen stuff. Because I'm a Queen fan, big Queen fan, my favorite band. So yeah. Anyway, this is Cash Night. This is my ranking the albums of Queen, worst to best. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.